What is up, everyone? So today's video is going to be about the top five teams in the NFL right now going into week 4. Sorry, I haven't made videos in a while. I was in the middle of moving, so hopefully there's some of you out there still that are gonna follow my channel. But anyways, uh, this is my top five for the first 4 weeks of the season. I wanted to start doing this on week 1, but sadly I wasn't able to. But going forward, the rest of the year, I will be putting out my weekly top five and talking about football in the whole season and different teams and everything and whatever catches my eye that I feel like is worth talking about. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff already in the first 4 weeks that a lot of people are missing or just overlooking. And you'll see that come right out at my number one or my number 5 spot for this week, which, if you can already see on the thing, is going to be the Jacksonville uh, Jaguars. Uh, I think this team is super underrated right now. A lot of people have them in like their top like 20. They don't have them in the top 5. A lot of people aren't talking about the Jaguars yet, but I think that is very very criminal because if you look just in the first week they were dominating that game. And then Carson Wentz led, a crazy comeback, and as we know, that's the only thing he's done so far this year, Carson Wentz. But so I think the Jaguars got like robbed in the first week. They should be 3-0, but they ended up getting robbed. The second week and the third week, they absolutely dominated both the Colts and the Chargers, which the Kansas City Chiefs lost to both of those teams. So I think this is very, very underlooked, and I'm so excited for the Jaguars to play the Eagles this week. I think that's going to be an awesome test for both teams because they are both just lights out on fire right now. The Jaguars is literally the only team besides the Eagles and the Bills that have been blowing people out. And I think the Jaguars deserve a lot of credit. So that's my number 5 pick. My number 4 pick is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that, they may have just lost to the Colts and oh wait, they did beat the Chargers. Never mind. I said they lost the Chargers. They did beat the Chargers, but they barely beat the Chargers. Um, so that is a correction that I have to make here. But yeah, so I forgot that this was a close game. But anyways, the point that I think I was actually trying to make was that the Jacksonville Jaguars completely dominated both of these teams. I think that's what I meant to say. Not that the Chiefs lost to the Chargers, but the point was that, so you could argue that the Jaguars are actually better than the Chiefs, but I'm still going to put the Chiefs here because Patrick Mahomes, they have their track record, where the Jaguars are still have to kind of prove themselves going into the next couple of weeks. But for right now, I do think that the Jaguars are the number 5 team in the NFL, and uh, I don't know. The Chiefs are kind of like they're there, like they're gonna win a lot of games, but we'll see. They have a lot of things that they have to work on still, which a lot of teams do in the NFL right now, and it's still super early. There is still the Mahomes magic and everything, so it's hard to not put them in the top 5. For my number 3 spot, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think that they are undefeated. They could possibly, they did just beat the Bills, and you can argue that the Dolphins are the second best team in the NFL. Uh, but I don't know. I just feel like that the Bills game was just like it was so hot. The Bills were missing like half of their defense. Uh, everyone was dying, but that is part of it. Any given week, you have to show up and play. The Bills should have won this game, but time management in the end of the first half and the end of the second half is what really got them. I think they could have easily won this game if the time management was a little bit better. But, the Dolphins get the win. They're undefeated still. I have to give them huge credit. I think they are, uh, one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Definitely, I think they are better than the Chiefs at this point in this time. I still think that we'll see what if Tua can stay healthy. That is like the biggest question mark for the Dolphins. And sorry, I am like stuttering a little bit here because like it's been a while since I've done this again. So please bear with me. So the Dolphins, I think, right now are definitely the number 3 team, and I'm so excited to keep watching them. They've been lights out fun to watch. Tua and Tyreek Hill are just like clicking on all cylinders and everything. And they have what's his name too? I can't think of it right now, but he's balling out. Also, it's a really good duo, and I'm so excited for this week also to watch them play. They should win. I think they'll beat the Bengals. I don't think the Bengals are as good as everyone thinks they are. So now my number two team. Now this one again, like I feel like the top. I feel like really the top three teams you could put like any order you want, but I think the Bills are the number two team. Uh, they've just been like, besides like the Dolphins game, they completely demolished the Rams, which again I picked in the beginning of the year. I'm not going to change my thing now after 3 weeks and not actually having it out there publicly, but I did pick the Bills Rams in the Super Bowl this year. I am an Eagles fan, but seeing I did not think the Eagles were going to be as good as they are this year, and I just I'm excited, man. I think I'm still gonna stick with the Bills Rams as the Super Bowl teams, even though that's probably gonna be wrong. A lot of people are probably thinking now it's gonna be Bills Eagles or Dolphins Eagles or something like that. But I'm gonna stick with it. That was my pick. I'm not gonna change it now and be like, oh, I was said this all along that the Eagles were gonna be the number one team. No, I thought Eagles were gonna be average at best. I was not sold on Jalen Hurts. But anyways, this is about the Bills. Uh, so the Bills they're just dominating. Besides like this game because they were losing. They did lose half their people. The Heat was really hurting them a lot, and they're gonna bounce back. This was just one of those fluke wins, one of those weird games. They had a couple last year like that too. The Bills, I'm not worried about the Bills. I think they're gonna be great. But if we want to talk about, let's see who they play next. The Ravens, they'll beat the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens are that good either. And I mean Lamar Jackson, amazing. He's definitely in the MVP talk already. But there's just certain teams that I think get a lot of coverage and they don't deserve it because they haven't really done anything. They just have like all these intangibles and stuff, and like, oh, this is what they can be. But it's like the way I look at it is I see it like, what have you done for me now? So the number one team obviously is the Eagles. Again, like I said, the top three you could flip them any way you want. And this, this could be like a little bit biased, but I'm not like really, really. The only reason I have the Eagles here is because not only have they just dominated every game pretty much, but they're still undefeated. Their offense and defense are both firing on all cylinders. Look lights out. Everything. Jalen Hurts is leaps and bounds better than he was last year. Everything is looking like the Eagles are going to just completely dominate week in week out, and a lot of the questions have been answered. I mean, like I said, this week against the Jaguars is going to be a huge, huge, huge test for both teams and show what they really are capable of. And the Eagles, literally, the last 2 weeks, they scored 24 points in the first half and just played game management the rest of the game and only let up 7 and 8 points. So their defense is just like ridiculous, and they're able to play at such a comfortable pace. I know Jalen Hurts had put up, I think, 24 points also in this game in the first quarter or half. And the Lions are another team like that people don't give a lot of credit to this year. I think the last 2 week, or I think that they definitely are right there. And I feel like we talk about this a lot with the Lions is that they're always kind of like right there. And I really, really want to see them take that extra step and really get everything going. And because I think they're a really, really dark horse team this year. And I feel like I've always liked the Lions and always wished that they would like kind of get better. Same with the Jaguars. Like I've always liked to watch them play, but they just can't. They never could just get over that hump. I think the Jaguars are definitely here now, and I think the Lions have the potential to really, really step it up going forward in the season. But, anyways, that's my top 5 list for the going in the week 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like. Leave a comment what you think. If you think my list is absolute trash, or if you think that it's like pretty damn spot on. But it's pretty easy to pick right now because all these teams. The only dark horse team that I have in here really is the Jaguars, which a lot of people left out, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Jaguars. I think they are definitely worth talking about because they have been blowing people out, people. So, anyways, that's it for this video. Like I said, leave a comment, like it, share it, whatever you want to do. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.